Have you ever wondered just how many clothes a woman should have in her wardrobe? Do you tend to keep too many or do you tend to buy too few? There's a stereotype around women having huge closets stuffed with clothes, and for sure, there are some of those. But a few years ago, I ran a poll on LinkedIn, and most of the women who responded to it said they don't buy enough. Neither of those options is a good one. So today I'm going to walk you through the math to discover your Goldilocks quantity of clothing. I'm Rebecca Mielke. As your visual identity guide, I take you on a journey of self-discovery so you can align your inner and outer self, show up confidently, and contribute your gifts to the world. If you would like a guide to follow along with for this episode or to print out to use after, you can get the Wardrobe Pyramid. It's a free downloadable PDF of the 5 steps to a closet full of enough. Find the link in the show description or at my website, signaturestylesystems.com. So here's the origin story of sorts on this formula. Back in late 2005, I was pretty frustrated with my life, my social life, that is. I was homeschooling my kids, involved in ministry, and always, it seemed, in large group settings where everything was highly controlled and there wasn't room for anyone to speak up. Then I heard about blogs, and I started one basically because I had a lot of words that needed to go somewhere. Parenthetically, do you have people who really listen to you? Is there a context where your input matters? I kind of think this is a fundamental human need. Anyway, I was also busy thinking about individual style. A few years before that, I had discovered Carla Mathis's book, The Triumph of Individual Style, and I learned the basics of using artistic principles to inform personal style. And as I mentioned last week, I was on a budget. So I got thinking about how many clothes a person needed. In December of 2005, I stopped to count how many sweaters I had because here in Spokane, we have 5 months of winter and I need a sweater every day. And that's when I realized that there is a simple mathematical way for me to know if I have the right number of clothes. I've been using this formula for close to 20 years now. Today, I'm going to walk you through that formula and the variables you need to know to calculate your own needs. And I promise it's not hard. So the first step is to determine, this is calculating your laundry cycle. And you're going to determine the maximum number of days an item might sit like in the hamper before it needs to be washed, or after it needs to be washed, but before it's ready to be worn again. So yeah, this is the longest number of days something is going to be unavailable due to laundry. So you start with your regular laundry interval. Do you do it weekly, bi-weekly? Do you do it every day? And then you're going to add drying time and then figure out what is your worst case timing. So, for example, if you always do laundry on Sundays and you're wearing the item on Sunday while you're doing laundry, then it goes into the hamper that night. It could sit there for a week before you wash it and dry it, and then it's available for you to wear potentially the following Monday. So some examples would be if you are washing and drying everything and doing it once a week, and you wear the item the day after your laundry, it's going to wait 6 days, wash it, dry it, and so it's going to be an 8-day laundry cycle. If you line dry it or hang things to dry, which I do, and I'll tell you why in a little bit, then drying could take a couple of days. And so then your cycle would be for the same thing, the thing that you are wearing while you're doing laundry, and then it goes into the laundry. So it could be 9 days. And you can figure out if you do it every couple weeks, it's going to be 15 or 16 days. If you do laundry every day, you're washing and drying, you could potentially get by with only 2 sets of clothes. Wear one, wash one. If you choose this strategy, your clothes are going to wear out really, really fast. I could see some cases where this might be practical. But the benefit is you could always have the most up-to-date clothes if you're going to wear them out really fast, and you're only going to have two. But one of my strategies for making my clothes last longer is not drying them. So if you regularly use your dryer to replace ironing, I have another suggestion. Iron your clothes when they're still damp. Ironing is incredibly fast and easy when you do this, and it's a really it's a good outcome. It looks nice. Okay, so the second step is to calculate what percentage of days you need each type of item. And some examples would be like if you get dressed for work every day in the same kind of thing, that's going to be 5 out of 7. So it's going to be 71.4% of your days you need that. Gym clothes, if you work out 3 times a week, that's going to be 3 out of 7 or 42.9. And then like special occasion stuff, I just like to have one. Yeah, so I don't even think it's worthwhile calculating a percentage for things that you don't wear very often, like your interview suit or your ball gown or whatever. I just like to have one just in case. If you have a baby in that spit up stage, you might be changing your clothes multiple times per day. In that case, your percentage is going to be higher than 100. And some examples are like tops. If your baby spits up, you might change your top 3 times during the day. So that's going to be 21 out of 7. It's going to be 300%. Pants, maybe you only have to change those, uh, you know, more than once every other day. So that's going to be 1.5 times 7, or 10.5 total pairs of pants during the week. And that's 150%. Okay, the third step is how many wears can you get from an item before you need to wash it? Like jeans, you might be able to get 3 or 4 or even maybe more wears out of a pair of jeans. Work shirts, a lot of times it's only 1, but you might be able to get 2. And here's a trick that I use. If I wear a top and I can wear it again, one of the things that people have challenges with is, what do I do with my clothes that aren't really dirty, but I don't want to hang them back up? So I'll just like have a zone for them or whatever. And here's what I do. I hang it back up, but I hang it up inside out in one way that helps it kind of air out a little bit. And also if I look in my closet at a glance, so if I'm going to get my hair cut next week, I want to wear a shirt that I've already worn because I want to not regret that I have to throw that in the laundry. So I'll look for something that's hanging inside out. I hope that helps you. Anyway, pajamas you can wear lots of times, maybe 3 or 4 or more. And exercise clothes, you probably will wash it every time. So the formula is the longest cycle, your laundry number of days, times the percent that you came up with for how often, how much you need this item, divided by wears per wash, the number of times that you can wear it before you wash it. So let me give you a couple examples. Um, so if you say work in an office and every day you wear work pants, Monday through Friday. So, and say you wash once a week and you hang dry. So your laundry cycle's 9 days. You need work pants Monday through Friday, so that's 71.4%. You can wear your pants twice before you wash them. And so the calculation is 9 times, when you multiply percentages, you move the decimal point over to the left. So it's times 0.714. And then divided by 2, so that's 3.2. But you always, when you come to this stage, you always round up. So even though normal rounding would be 3.2, you would round it to 3. You don't want to be caught short. So you're going to round that up to, you want 4 pairs of work pants. I think you might be able to get by with less than that if you can wash them less frequently. And then here's a toddler parent example. So you're washing and drying your clothes, so and doing laundry once a week, so you can get it back in 8 days. Probably toddler parents might do, depends on how many you have, and their clothes are small, so you probably can still do once a week if they have plenty of clothes. So you're wearing the same clothes all the time. So 100%, 8 days, 100%. You go through 3 outfits a day. So you're going to multiply 8 times 1 times 3, and you need 24 outfits, which see, I told you it was simple math. Okay. So now you know how to calculate how many of something you need. To know exactly what styles to get, you need to understand your style DNA. So stay tuned, because I am working on something very exciting to help you with this. Um, and if you want to get started right now, go to my website, signaturestylesystems.com, and let's jump right in. In the meantime, your homework for this episode is to do the math. Start by thinking through your regular life. How many times in a week do you change clothes for different activities? Then run through the steps. 1, calculate your laundry cycle. 2, determine your needs. 3, estimate the number of wears between washes. And 4, run the math. Thanks for being here for Signature Style Systems. Have fun being you, and I'll meet you back here again real soon.